When the leaves start changing color and the air gets cooler, there's this group that perfectly captures the essence of this beautiful season, the European Jazz Trio. With melodies that have a clear pulse of jazz, their sound is like a refreshing autumn breeze. The European Jazz Trio got started back in 1985 over in the Netherlands. The music and the members have gone through some changes over the years, and the lineups we have now has been making music together since 1995. We got Mark van Roon on the piano, Frans van der Hoven holds the rhythm with his bass, and behind the drum we have Roy Dacus. They're really cherished in the countries like here in South Korea as well as Japan because they've been able to navigate across different genres and give us fresh renditions of well-known songs. In 2019 from Audio Guide Records, the trio released this album called The Year After, and it's a mesmerizing dance between the past and the present for any Korean music fans. After their 2017 sensation West Village, where they jazz up popular Korean song for the first time, The Year After takes similar steps, offering nostalgic yet fresh take on beloved Korean tracks. And I was surprised that I couldn't find many reviews on this album, so today I would like to introduce all the original songs they covered in this album. Starting off the album is 세월이 가면 As Time Goes by Choi Hosub. This great song is from Choi Hosub's debut album, which came out in the spring of 1988. And at first, not many people paid much attention to it, but when autumn came around, the song really resonated with people and soon became very popular. And because of this huge success, Choi ended up performing the track little too many times. Some people think that might have caused his vocal cord issues later on. And unfortunately, these issues not only hamper his promising career, but also cause him to suddenly disappear from the music scene. In spite of this, the song's appeal did not fade, and it has been revisited by many artists and has been featured in a bunch of dramas, including Reply 1988 back in 2015, and it's still loved by people of all ages. Next on the album is 사랑했지만, Loved but you would actually recognize as Love Is Gone. And I find it quite puzzling why the European Jazz Trio came up with a different title. But anyways, this is a song originally performed by Kwang-seok back in 1991. Kim started his solo career in 1989 when he did have some success, but it was this track, Love Is Gone, from his sophomore album that really made him famous and connected with a great number of people. Kim's sudden passing 5 years later was a huge loss for the world of Korean music, and it's been nearly 3 decades, but the void he left behind still remains. And it's all because Kim and his songs have amazing ability to just connect with listeners even long after he's gone. Next, we're gonna dive into IU's 마음, Heart. This song means a lot to millions of her fans because it stands as a fan tribute from IU herself. During her live concerts, IU invites the audience to sing the chorus of this tune, which is really important and exciting tradition of her shows. Next up, we got another 90s favorite title, 난 행복해, I'm Happy by Isora. It's another debut single that instantly became immortal, and it's the one that marked Isora's entry into million seller status. A bitter fact about this song is that when they were making the music video, record agency wanted to have Isora look really thin, slender. So they ended up stretching the video up and down to the point where she was just unrecognizable. Even Isora's own mother could not tell that it was her daughter. Now this story really shows how female artists in Korea during the 90s had to deal with these unrealistic beauty standards and pressure on physical appearance. But regardless, this year, 2023, we celebrate the 30th anniversary of Lee's prominent music career, and she's still a great legend among legends. On side B, the album started with the track 1994년 어느 늦은 밤, Late Night 1994 by Hye-jin. Jang once shared that the song is actually about her daughter, and at the time she just had a baby, only about 4 weeks old, but the baby was really sick and had to be in the intensive care unit fighting for her life. And when you listen to the original recording that was made right in the heat of the moment, you can really feel the intense emotion Jang had to go through in her voice. Well, her daughter came through, a grown healthy, and now actually has become a professional athlete, so good for her. Up next on our playlist is 사랑 그 쓸쓸함에 대하여 by Hee-eun, Love About the Loneliness, which was released back in 1991. Now Yang started her career in the 70s, so by the time this song was released, She was already celebrating her 20th year in the music industry, but despite that extensive career, she had such a hard time finding a record label that were willing to release this album. People said that they liked her songs, but there was just some sort of skepticism about the potential success of her songs, and that's because her music at the time was so unique. Well, this tune not only succeeded, but also eventually became a beloved K-pop classic. And there are tons of new covers by so many artists, and if you're interested, Inger Marie from Norway also came out with English version of the song under the title Even When. Let's check out the next track, 언젠가는 Some Other Day by Lee Sang-eun. The song was released on New Year's Day in 1993, and before the release, Lee Sang-eun actually spent some time studying in New York, and it was in the US where she recorded and co-produced the song, which was a pivotal moment when she went from just being a popular idol to becoming a singer-songwriter with so much depth and independence. Now we come to the last track, and we're treated with a rendition of 벌써 1년, Already Been a Year, originally sung by Brown Eyes back in 2001. Brown Eyes made a splash in the industry as a faceless singer, and now we all know that they were the duo of Yoon-gun and Naul. But when they just came out, they chose to hide their identity for the longest time. Yet the song as their debut single was a massive hit at the time. A matter of fact, people say that this tune set the trend of medium tempo songs, which eventually became the K-pop sound of an era in the early 2000s. Okay, we're done with the track list. Now the overall quality, the production quality of this album really stands out, and it's just a great blend of the audio guy's signature style paired with the European jazz trio's unique sound. And I'm sure that listeners will just find joy in recognizing the original songs and experiencing the new jazz arrangement, because this album does bring that delightful mix fusing a familiar sound with a jazz-inspired freshness. So how do these renditions compare to the original ones? I would love for you to go ahead and dive in. So I provided the YouTube links for both the European Jazz Trio's tracks as well as the original songs below, so you can compare and contrast. Well, I hope you immerse yourself and let the year after set the tone for your autumn reflections. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe for more content. My name is MJ, and I'll see you next time.